Hi, I'm Juan Diaz with Sones de Mexico Ensemble. We're a nonprofit organization dedicated to performing, recording, and teaching the traditional music culture of Mexico. Right now I'm working on a new composition called 13 Baktun, which is a celebration of the turning of the Mayan long count calendar cycle called Baktun, which is completing its 13th 394-year cycle on December 21st, 2012. This is a process that started over 5,100 years ago. So you could think of this as the equivalent of our Y2K. Now, you may have been hearing stories about a doomsday or even about the ending of the Mayan calendar. Let me just tell you that none of this is supported by the archaeological data. In fact, the present-day Maya consider this a reason to celebrate.
Maltios Bachave, Soxlich Loch, Chuno Shu Helwi, Pukosh la Lochlach Kach. Numlach Kektim Bachke, Numlach Shuknik Bachke, Numlach Maltios Ba, Skisba Hunbe, Shokhe Shakmach Hun.
There are all kinds of festivals and celebrations being organized in different regions of southeastern Mexico and Guatemala. We are joining this celebration with this new song that we are recording. As I said, it's called 13 Baktun. It will premiere in a spectacular concert on December 1st in Chicago. The song will also be released in an album shortly thereafter. You can find out more about this at sonesdemexico.com. But right now, I want to give you a little preview, a little sneak preview of this composition and how it's coming together. The song is based in numbers, and numbers were very important to the Mayans. The Mayans are to Mexico what the ancient Greeks were to Western culture. They were great architects, astronomers, and mathematicians. Their calendar allowed them to count all the way back to the beginning of the universe as they saw it, and to count forward millions of years into the future. They were able to predict solar eclipses. They were the first culture to use the symbol to represent zero. The composition is based on a 13-note theme that goes like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So as you can see, it's 13 notes long. And the distance between the highest and the lowest note is 13 degrees on the scale. So you could say that this theme is 13 by 13. The theme is divided into 3 motifs. The first one, the second one, and the third one. As you will see, these motifs are used throughout the song, forwards and backwards, upside down, and in different keys and meters. The piece is divided into 14 parts, 1 for each baktun and 1 for 0, which is basically a silence for a count of 13 at the beginning of the piece to honor the number 0. The rest of the parts are written in a time signature corresponding to the number of each baktun. So 2 baktun is written in 2/4 time, which means that it has 2 beats per measure. Here you can also hear only 2 instruments, the reed flute and the tuncul, which is a slit drum like this. You can hear that the theme here is based on the first motif and on the third motif, 3 Bach tune is in 3/4 time, which is like a waltz time, and it has 3 instruments: the guitar, the bass, and the marimba, which is one of the most representative instruments in modern Maya culture in Mexico and Guatemala. 6 Bach tune is written in 6/8 time and is based on a chamula rhythm called the bolonchon. The chamulas are the Mayan Tzotzil people from the highlands of Chiapas. As we move through some of the odd numbers, we get some really exciting rhythms. Bach tune 7 is on a 7/8 time, and it's based on scraped instruments. This is a yaqui scrape stick, and you rest it on a gourd, and you rub it with another stick, and this is how you make a 7/8 rhythm. And this is a bule, or a water drum. So you have this chamber of air floating like a capsized boat on this pool of water. So it sounds like this. Both of these are from the Yaqui culture. We also have donkey jaw. This is a lower jawbone of a donkey, and you scrape across the teeth. And you can hit against the side as well. We also have a matraca, and of course a guiro, which is another scraped instrument. For 8 Bach tune, I use motif number 3, but backwards. Twelve Bach tune is a jarana. It's a musical style that is heard in the cattle fairs or vaquerias in Yucatan and Campeche. Again, you can hear the theme here, but I've written it in 12/8, which is like 4 triplets in a row. There is a custom in Yucatan to yell "bomba" in the middle of a song. This brings the music to a stop and someone says something funny in a verse. This one talks about how people who don't know any better get scared by believing that 13 Bach tune will be the doomsday. And it says something like, a Mexican guy ran over the hills, jumping over everything in his way. He had studied English to be a man in the world, but then he picked up a gringo newspaper and it scared him with the news that the Bach tune was coming. Something like that.
¡Bomba! Salió un conejo pa'l monte brincando bordos como tuntún. Dicen que aprendió inglés para ser un hombre común, pero al leer un diario gringo lo asustaron con el Bach tune. ¡Bomba!
Well, we hope to see you at the concert on December 1st. If you can't make it, look for our CD, 13 Bach tune, soon after. You can always find us at sonesdemexico.com. Thank you.